Hi guys, I want to thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel, Defeating Cancer. I'm David. If this is your first time here, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe. It would really help out with the YouTube algorithm. I didn't know what an algorithm was until recently, but I do know when you like the video and you comment, which I hope you will, and you subscribe, it really helps to push this video out to more people. Today's Father's Day, and I just want to say Happy Father's Day to every one of you that is a father. And if your father is no longer around for whatever reason, then I wish you the best, and I hope you have fond memories. I miss my son. My son is out of town. He doesn't live near me. He lives in Florida, and I know how I miss him. But we did talk this morning and wished each other a happy Father's Day because he's a father too. I do want to kind of give you an update. I went to Johns Hopkins last week and I had the simulation CT scan. And while I was there talking to the doctors, they've getting me set up. I have to go next week for the actual radiation treatments. And I didn't know the stage of the cancer that I had. I didn't know it had a stage. I just had been told that my cancer had came back. But while I was there, the doctor informed me that I do have stage 4 prostate cancer. And that was a little bit of a surprise. The treatment plan is I do have cancer in my aortic region, and they're going to start the radiation treatments there because that's the most dangerous and can cause me the most problems. And then after they treat those areas, they'll reevaluate me and decide where to move on from there, whether to go to the pelvic region immediately or to wait just a little bit and see. But they've got to get the aortic region first because that's the most dangerous and has the most potential to spread and to get worse. But I'm very confident that Johns Hopkins is going to treat me right, and the radiation treatment and the hormone treatment and quite possibly any chemotherapy that they might need to do will help. This YouTube channel has really helped in a way reaching out to people because I said in previous videos that I don't want this just to be about my cancer journey. I would like to include other people who is going through similar situations and even worse situations than me to help them tell their stories. And I've talked to 3 people this week that have gotten in touch with me and that I've reached out to that have really interesting stories of how they were diagnosed with their particular cancers. 2 of them are women and 1 is a man. And I don't want this just to be about prostate cancer because there's all kinds of cancer: thyroid cancer, colon cancer, pancreatic cancer. The list goes on and on. And I want this YouTube channel to be a platform for people to tell their stories because there are other people that are on the fence. I was looking at some Reddit posts this week of people that were posting on Reddit, and they were saying, I'm having this symptom, I'm having that symptom, and I don't know if I should go to the doctor and get it checked or if this is something normal. My advice to you is if you're having any symptoms at all and you haven't been to the doctor to get it checked, what's it going to hurt? It's not going to kill you to go to the doctor and to get it checked. It could save your life. I would like to tell you a little bit about my dad since his Father's Day. I reconnected with my dad when I was 18 years old after being estranged from him through family circumstances for quite a while. And we had a wonderful relationship when I became an adult. We got to know each other. He got to know my grandson, and we just fell in love with one another and and reconnected as a family, and he was an awesome dad. Several years after that, he started to complain that he was having neck pain and a headache in the back of his head. And I didn't know any better. I was a little younger, and I thought it was migraines or headaches. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor prescribed him some medication for shingles, said he had shingles. And it didn't get any better with the medication, so he went back to the same doctor, and the doctor said, well, I think it's neuralgia. And so he gave him medicine for neuralgia. And it didn't get any better with that medication, and he just got to the point where the pain was just unbearable. So he went to the local emergency room, and there was a doctor there that said, you know, I think I want to do a chest x-ray. And my dad said, well, the pain is in my neck and my head, it's not in my chest. And he said, all the same, I have a hunch and I just want to do a chest x-ray. So they did a chest x-ray, and the results was that my dad had a lemon size or maybe even an orange size tumor in his lungs. And it had spread through his lungs to his spine, up his spine to the base of his skull, and that was the pain that he had been experiencing. It wasn't neuralgia, and it wasn't shingles, but he had bone cancer and he had lung cancer. That was my very first experience having somebody that I love directly suffering from cancer. And I watched him go through the radiation treatments. He had 35 radiation treatments in his bones and in his lungs and on the back of his head. And in addition to that, unfortunately, none of the treatments really helped him. It had advanced too far. They did give him some chemotherapy, and I got to be honest with you, my dad had such a bad experience with the chemotherapy. He told me that he wasn't going to continue with the chemotherapy treatments, that he would rather live out the remaining days of his life not going through chemo. And he did. Of course, unfortunately, he didn't live that much longer after that, and my dad passed on. But he passed on with his whole family loving him at his bedside. And that's my story. That's the experience that me and my family had with my dad. And I know that there's thousands and thousands of people that could potentially be watching this, and that's your experience too. If you've got a story like that, I would love for you to put that down in the comments. And if you would like to tell your story, if you have a loved one, or if you have a family member, excuse me, that is going through what my dad went through and what I'm going through, then I would like to hear about it. I'd like to get in touch with you, and maybe we can talk and you can tell your story on this channel, because I want this channel to be a platform for people like myself and people like you to share your cancer story. It doesn't have to be gloom and doom all the time. There's some success stories. There's some wonderful treatments, and there's some advancements that are going on that can save people's lives. And that story, I want to hear those stories as well. But I want to thank you for looking today. Happy Father's Day. And do me a favor, subscribe, like this video, and I'll update you later on. God bless.